An emotional day inside a federal courtroom downtown where dozens of Girls Do Porn victims spoke at the sentencing for the now defunct website's mastermind, Michael Pratt.
CBS 8's Steve Price was in the courtroom as the sentence was handed down. He joins us live from outside the federal courthouse with reaction from those victims. Steve.
And Carlo and Anna, because this is a federal case, our cameras were not allowed inside the courtroom, but understandably, there were a lot of tears as the victims shared their stories. And clearly the judge was listening because she handed down a punishment that was greater than the maximum recommended sentence. Michael Pratt, the mastermind behind the Girls Do Porn website, sentenced today to 27 years in prison for sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and conspiracy to commit that crime.
He was still refusing his responsibility, and that was just insulting. But it's not surprising with who we're dealing with and who this individual is.
Mariah was one of more than 36 victims to give impact statements today. She responded to a clothed modeling job, then says she got locked in a room and, fearing she wouldn't get out alive, performed sex acts on camera.
What gets posted on Craigslist is beginmodeling.com, bubblegumcasting.com, right? These very anodyne, innocent sounding websites that say that where you are, what you're doing is clothed modeling, right? And it happens to be on a beach in San Diego.
Federal prosecutor Alexandra Foster believes over 500 women were victimized.
They were promised a certain amount of money. Oftentimes they did not get paid that amount of money. They were promised it was only going to be 30 minutes. And you heard from these women, it was never 30 minutes.
It's believed at least 15 women committed suicide after their videos were posted online. Dozens of others say the exposure ruined their lives.
Hundreds of stalkers contacting me, texting my phone, emailing me at my university, emailing my colleagues, emailing my friends, my family.
The victims say they are grateful not only for the long sentence, but also for the judge granting the victims the rights to their videos, giving them the power to have them pulled off websites that are still posting them.
Even if you didn't want to participate, even if you're moving on with your life, you are still the copyright owner. And please, please come forward just for that.
So yeah, if you were a victim and you haven't wanted to come forward, now is the time to go ahead and contact the U.S. Attorney's Office so you can have that power to pull your videos offline. By the way, because Pratt was given a sentence longer than the recommended sentence, he does have the ability to appeal, but Carlo and Anna, he needs to make that decision within 14 days. We'll send it back to you in the studio.